Hi, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been wondering what the F the planets have in store for you in the month of December, look no further. This recording is for Pisces Sun and Rising. Finally, I get to talk about Pisces, my sign, and the last video in this series. What can I say? For the Pisces chart, I was looking at what Neptune and Jupiter, the modern and the traditional ruler, are up to respectively. And the month debuts with this beautiful Neptune Jupiter conjunction, which we will be still benefiting from throughout the month, even as the sign, even as Jupiter progresses into Aries. So um, it's a very nice energy. I mean, Pisces intuition is world famous. It's getting an extra kick in this time period. And it also leads to heightened levels of creativity. A lot of Pisces are also very creative. So for those of you who are actively pursuing um, creative activities or creative careers, you will find that this is an extremely inspired period. However, there is a disadvantage to that, and coming from the um, square to Mars and the squares to Mercury, Venus, and the Sun. The Sun, not so much, but as the month progresses, it's going to come into focus. There are blockages in the implementation of these ideas, or at the very least procrastination. So you might feel that you're getting caught up in you're getting sidetracked by other activities or by other priorities as they come along, or generally people who require uh, your presence and your calming, soothing company, or I mean, and then of course, as a true blue Pisces, who many of us have this messiah complex, of course, we're going to indulge the other ones. So, no, I'm joking, but that's kind of like the overall vibe. So, generally, when it comes to actually taking action, you might feel a bit stuck, especially in the beginning of the month. Towards the end of the month, you will see that the creativity is even more heightened, especially in these areas of aesthetics and communication. We have like such a beautiful sextile with it's a beneficial aspect, of course, with um, Venus, the Sun, Mercury. Mercury, not so much, but you understand what I'm saying. It's generally a very beneficial period towards the end of the month. In the beginning of the month, you might feel a bit stuck. So that and of course, like with this square to Mars retrograde, and I've said this in my recording for on Instagram. If you've seen that, there is still a bit of this feeling, and there is still this lingering energy of, oh, I think some people are kind of misunderstanding me. Some of them on purpose, some of them not at all willfully. The thing is, it's going to persist a little bit longer, but the difference between last month and this month, how in terms of how it's playing out, is that now you have a bit more clarity. You're kind of on your guard, and you know what to expect from the others, and you know when to keep quiet, and especially listen to your intuition, because it's going to get you out of a lot of these unpleasant situations that you might find yourself in. And so this is just a general vibe. And also, I don't know about you guys, but have you been feeling like binge eating or binge drinking lately, or just giving into addictions? Or you've noticed like some weight fluctuations, especially in the sense of putting on weight, because I this transit. Um, with Jupiter and Pisces brings that, has a tendency to bring that. And until it's moving in the sign of Jupiter, you might still be in this habit of indulging or imbibing. At this time, honestly, like if you want to, if you feel like addictions and urges coming along, it's it's best to take it out on creative outlets. And oh my god, for some of us, especially during the retrograde period of Neptune and Jupiter, we may have picked up on old addictive habits. So in my case, it was smoking, but for others, I know it was binge eating or addiction to video games or whatever. So let me know in the comments how it showed up for you, because I there's always like a dark side to it, like these Neptune Jupiter conjunctions, in the sense that, and especially if they go retrograde, you might be falling back on old habits. And of course this happened, but the good news is that, like, with now both of them direct, now you have an opportunity to kick any kind of bad habits that you picked up during the last few months. And so, just saying, this was a funny observation I've noticed with myself and the other Pisces in my group. So, what areas are highlighted for you? Again, like the first house of the self is coming a little bit into focus, and I stand by what I said concerning the predisposition towards exaggerations, especially in this area of overdoing things and indulging too much in things. We Pisces rules over addiction, so like we are reputed as having like all sorts of addictions, and I have yet to meet a Pisces who is completely clean of any kind of addictions or vices. Even if it's like towards something healthy, it usually goes into the area of fanaticism. So it's not going to be any different in the month of December. That's all I'm going to say. Just pay attention that in some cases it might actually start reflecting on your physical body. You might be seeing the signs, very visible signs, that it's time to make some changes and adjustments. Like your body is going to be like screaming at you to when to stop, and it's in your best interest to actually listen. So as I said, if you are looking for an outlet or an escapist outlet, turn to your creativity and the intro Neptunian fashion, to meditation and possibly also yoga, if you also want to work a little bit with strengthening the physical body. But this goes especially for those of you who have Pisces ascendant, and not so much for Pisces suns. Another area that's coming into focus for you guys, I mean, this one has been going on for a while. I just have the feeling that you're going to be having a stronger resolution at the end, towards the end of the year, and going into January. I think many of you were like felt called to change focus in life. So some of you may have chosen to quit studies and start learning something completely new. Some of you may have taken a different approach to doing things or how you interact with your immediate environment. It can be as banal as taking a different route to work. The thing is, this trend is going to continue, and you're actually going to start understanding why. It's usually because you're called to do something different, and even if it's unclear to you why you're doing it now, you are going to be seeing the reason in a few years from now, when we have the nodes shifting into to the Virgo Pisces axis. So it's still a long way to go, but like whatever you set the basis for now, it's informing that period from 3-4 years from now, something like that. So I know you probably forget about this until then, but it's okay. I will be happy to remind you. And what else is showing up? It's a good period, December, for Pisces especially, to start reflecting and working on the goals that they have for next year. The Jupiter Neptune conjunction is an amazing time to set intentions because it does give an ability to manifest. And while you still have these tense aspects, it just means that it's a good time to at least plant the seeds, have your intentions, know your goals, because you will be able to act on it in the beginning of next year already. So you will start you will start to see manifestations in your reality. If you wanted just to do a very simple exercise of something that would be very immediate for you, like goals that you would expect that they would either materialize or not, and experiment a little bit with that. You will see that a lot of them are going to start showing up in January, February, and so on. So a good period for you also to reflect on the past year, and be open to transformation. Be open to transformative experiences. I have a feeling that for many of you, you've been having this one for many years now, but now finally you are calling in the right people into your life, into your group of friends. Um, some of you are getting unexpected. Uh, oh my God, recognition from your supervisors or from the groups that you have been belonging to, a sort of like thank you for your contribution. Because I've seen Pisces who are not recognized for things, and it's not a pretty sight. You guys get so bummed out because you give everything, and you feel that like the others misunderstand you, or that they don't even appreciate you. Well, now this is changing. This is actually changing. So you're not going to be like ignored or on the sidelines. People are starting actually to notice the effort that you're putting in, and to actually reward you for it. So that's something that you can look forward to this December. And this one is of interest. So it's twofold, and in a sense you have a lot of harmony in the home, and that's why I'm thinking that there might actually be something, not to say for everybody, I mean maybe deficient communication, possibly if you have like too many relatives and all that, it or like with with your children, if you have any, if they're being a bit naughty or misbehaving. But if you don't have any children or family visiting this month, you should really pay attention to whatever is happening in your home. I have the feeling that some installations might have some issues, and be especially mindful about leaving windows open. That's what I'm seeing in the chart, that there is some issues around windows, entrances, and a possibility for any kind of installations like heaters, not so much, but air conditionings, these ventilation systems and all that. um just have someone take a look at them, because I have the feeling that there might be some repairs needed, or that there's a predisposition towards breaking. um so yeah, that's about it. Let me see if there's anything else coming up for you guys. Generally, no. I would say careful with being overly generous this season. Your finances will actually improve with Jupiter in Aries, and but the opportunities are going to come along after December 20th, and you will especially start seeing that in next year. So now in December, it's okay. Just be a little more mindful around the expenses, and don't go overboard with them. I know you're feeling generous, but it's not the best. It's not the best time right now. Next year you can afford to do that, but this year this year best not to. So Pisces, that's all I have for you. Let me know how this resonates. Comments. Drop a comment, and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was useful or fun for you. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.